So what was your experience at CAMHS?
So when I was in school, in secondary school, when I was probably about 13, 14, I started feeling a bit rubbish, really. I really struggled with a lot of anxiety. I'd have panic attacks a lot, and it was affecting kind of me in school. I couldn't stay in my lessons. I would be very nervous, very scared, and just like, yeah. And one of the teachers who was kind of a support teacher in school was kind of noticed, and that was how like a referral got made. And I first had like a group therapy thing, which I didn't quite vibe with. It was quite a lot of, it was lovely for some people. It was quite a lot of kind of sitting on some big cushions and talking about stuff. And I was 14 and didn't want to talk about stuff, especially not in a room of like other people. So that was like my first experience. But then after those kind of sessions, I ended up going to speak to like a community counsellor about some of the things that I was going through. And then as I kind of continued to go up my mental health, I really struggled a lot. And I had kind of, I did my GCSEs, which was a huge deal for me. And I did incredible, but it just really kind of knocked me over. At that time, I was doing my GCSEs in a room on my own because I couldn't be around people, and just really struggling, really. And then I went to college, and I did acting at college, and it was kind of difficult because I was really struggling with mental health. And then I ended up moving across a couple of different teams, meeting some, different other kind of service users as well, kind of sharing that experience. And then when I was in college, I had a few hospital admissions to kind of, I'd reached crisis points, quite a few crisis points, and kind of tried lots of different medication, different therapies. And then just before my 18th birthday, I was still in hospital, and I ended up getting discharged the last time, and then turned 18 and went to the adult services, which was quite different. But now I'm actually discharged from mental health services. I know it's there, but I don't actually see anybody regularly at all anymore.
So what characteristics do you think make a good CAMHS worker?
Somebody with at least a little bit of humour, definitely somebody who actually cares. I know that one of my CAMHS workers we got on, but I just knew that she really actually genuinely did care about me, and I knew it was her job, but it was a bit more than that, and she genuinely did care whether I did well or didn't do well. Knowing that somebody actually cares about what you're doing, and it's not just they're there because they're being paid to be there, because when you're 15, 16, 17, you know those things. You can tell when people don't. Yeah, that's what I'd say probably. Bit of humour and genuine caring about other people.
Excellent. And what would you say to someone who might be thinking of coming to work in CAMHS?
Yeah, just being open-minded to kind of working in the way that's best for different people, and kind of encourages independence, because you can probably do lots of different things. I know that when I was at a time where I really needed a lot of support, I would have CAMHS workers to my house, but also to my college, to like different places. But I also invited them to one of my first shows that I did. So, there might be some nice things along the way as well.
Excellent. And what about to people who might be struggling with the mental health now? What would you say to them?
Very cringy, but keep going. Everybody says that, and I think that I'm by no means like, oh, I'm cured, it's all gone away. No, it doesn't work like that. But I would definitely say you don't know what's going to happen. So, you know, you may as well stick around, because you might not be happy every single day of your whole life, but like you could be happy 25% of them, and then like 40% and 50%, and it could just build up. And I think it's not the end of the world if things do slip back, because they do, and they always will. They will again for me in the future, but there's, you know, it's better to wait and see and just kind of stick it through. And that sounds so easy to say, and I know it sounds so easy. I've been in that situation, but I think don't let anyone tell you like the hard days, like you've got through so much already and you will get through so much. Obviously, you will struggle at some point with different things, but you can't just go, well, give up now, because there's so much more to do, so much more to see. I never thought I would be living independently. At one point in my life, I didn't know if I had a place at university and I couldn't go because I was in hospital. I had things set up, but the right time does come along, and I needed a year to sort myself out and to really put my all into my recovery. And now I am living independently and I'm travelling around the country. I've travelled to London multiple times for jobs, and it's like, I couldn't get on the bus at one point, the tube, never. I would not even think, I'd be sick at the thought of it. So yeah, it might just happen. You can't see if you're not there, you don't know.
Fantastic. All right, take care then. Thanks then. Bye. Bye.